What's good, y'all? It's your boy Reckless636, and as promised, we're gonna start this channel off right, and I'm gonna do a chain maintenance video. So I did chain and sprockets on my bike last weekend. I went with the Vortex sprockets and the RK Takasago chain. If you didn't know, then chains tend to stretch on bikes, especially when they're new, especially if you ride aggressive or do wheelies, which I tend to do both. Disclaimer, I'm not really that good at wheelies. I do little mini baby wheelies because I don't want to hurt my bike. But so we're going to jump right into it. So the first thing I do is I check my chain tolerance to know. So the tolerance for this model of bike is 1 1/4 inch. So it's 1.2 inches to 1.6 inches of free play. So what I do is, this is how I do it. I take a tape measure and I'll line it up on the loosest part of the chain right here. See, so I got it right there, line up on the inch, and you check the free play. Now mine is above tolerance. It's about 1 3/4 inches, which is above 1.6, which we're gonna jump right to the next part. I'm gonna put it up on bike stands, and we're gonna loosen it and do the free play. Excuse me. And then after we do the free play, we will clean and lube the chain. So we'll get to that here in a little bit. All right, so now I got my bike on my Venom rear stand, which has actually been an alright rear stand. There's a few issues that I personally have with it, but nothing I'm gonna really gripe about. First, I gotta pull the cotter pin out. I don't know if you can see it here. Let's show you right here. See that cotter pin? I'll pull that out. So I'll put my camera back. So we bend it. I use needle nose pliers. And we're just gonna unbend it here. If I can get to it. Usually I do this. I do chain maintenance a lot. Anybody who's been following my content on TikTok or Facebook for a while knows I'm pretty big on chain maintenance and all that. It's one of the easiest things you can do to your motorcycle, besides, along oil changes, to increase safety and longevity. So cotter pins out. Now I'm gonna go get my impact, because that makes it a whole lot easier to loosen this bad boy up. We gotta loosen this up, the axle nut, and then we're gonna right here we'll tighten those so it pushes the axle out and increases or lessens my chain free play. Alright, so I have the impact, and it's a 32mm socket for the rear axle nut, and make sure it's going the right way. We just loosen it right up. Like that. Put it back on there a little bit. No need for it to be uber loose. It's just impacts, when they take off, they take off. So right here on the here, let me get you a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. So here on the I don't even know what these are called, but these are 12mm. I use 2 of them, and you're gonna have to loosen the first one that keeps it tight, and then loosen that. So we're going to loosen it a couple clicks here. And then I found minute adjustments are the key. I usually I also use a micrometer to make sure it's exact. So we'll get a baseline real quick of what it is. So it is 20.5mm. So I'm going to go, I think we'll aim for like maybe 20.7mm, I believe will be the ticket. So I want to loosen. like that. And then let's check it. .8 millimeters, that looks good to me. So we're going to tighten it down. Now what I do is I hold this with one wrench and use the other one to do my tightening, if I can get it in there. Hence the reason I have 2 wrenches. So bear with me on the videos, guys. They'll get better. I'm really new to this. So, you know, there's a learning curve going on here. And honestly, I'm a little bit nervous. But, man, I really can't get in there. Not exactly easy spot to get into. I'm not going to lie. Alright, let's check the millimeters. .9, that ought to be alright, I believe. So now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll come back after I've done that and we'll jump right into the rest of the video. Alright, so I have both sides good. And now I'm going to tighten it up real quick here. So, just... now that it's tightened, I definitely want to check both sides again because alignment is super important. That's right, and 21.1 millimeters on this side. And it's reading 21 millimeters even on the other side, which I'm not going to bust a grape over 0.1 of a millimeter. That's so minute that I doubt it's going to make a difference. If it does, though, I mean, if your alignment's off on your bike, you're going to notice. So if it does make a difference, I'll come back and fix it up. So now I'm going to torque the axle nut down because I'm a huge believer in torque specs. Now I've done this enough. I know that my torque is 89 pounds. So we're going to check. Yep, still the same as last time I used it. So get the socket here. And oh, that is the wrong way. So that's why I always check. Let's get it torqued down. So there's the click. Now you check to make sure your cotter pinion hole is lined up, which it is. If not, what I would do is I would just go a little bit more until they do line up, and that is per the service manual. So let's get this cotter pin straight. I have more of them, but I mean, it's perfectly good. It's reusable, so we're going to reuse this bad boy. If not, I have a drawer full of them. So we're going to get it straight here. I'm not real particular about how much stuff goes. So we're going to bend it up and get it so it's safe, so I don't have to worry about losing my rear wheel while I'm riding. Because that wouldn't be good. Probably make for some good content, but there's better ways to get good content. I think I'll pass. So there we go. So now what we're going to do is take it off the stand and measure the chain tension again. You do want to have it on the ground when you're checking chain tension. So crap, my hose is in the way of my kickstand. There we go. Just like that. All right, tape measure. So we're looking between 1.2 and 1.6 inches. Find the loosest part of the chain again. I line it right up on the inch so it's easier. Oh, that's right at 1.2, so I did good. So, and that's how you do the tension right there. Yeah, there's that. I'll be back in a minute, and we're gonna clean the chain, and I'll let you know about that. But I want to set up and, you know, get it all ready. So there we go. All right, now it's time to get right into cleaning this chain up. I'm going to show you, it's kind of disgusting. So when I bought it, it comes in this packing grease, which I'm still working off of it. It looks pretty disgusting. Here, I'll give you a close-up look at it. See, there we go. You can kind of see. Yeah, it's not beautiful chain, but you know. So what we're going to do to clean it is I use kerosene, just regular, you know, kerosene, and you know, rag, shop towel, whatever you want to use. I got a whole package of these things, and I use them all over my shop, you know, all the way from washing my bike to cleaning my chain. So I just put a fairly copious amount on there, you know. See, and I just get on here and get it thoroughly worked in there. Spin the back tire. That's why we have the rear stand. And like that, and just get, you know, get as much as I can off of there. When doing this, be really careful not to pinch your fingers in the chain and sprocket. If you don't lose your finger, you're certainly going to have some scars, and you're going to remember not to do it next time. I've never done it, but there's lots of people out there who have, and they will definitely tell you it's not something you want to go through. So I just get it good and covered real quick. Get it good and on there. Alright, now I got the whole chain kerosened up. I like to use this, it's called the grunge brush, so you can see it right in there. This one I use, it's beautiful. It's got, see this end for getting the details, and this one, my favorite part, is put it on there and spin the hell out of the tire. See, of course it would slip off while I was doing a video. Works great every other time though. So I do that, and then I'll catch it in the middle here and get, you know, the other side of the chain, get it real good, all that. And then let me get a dry towel, and I like to do this. I don't think it's necessary, but I do it anyways. So we just clean it off here, dry it down, all that. Now, the next step before I put my chain wax on it is getting the chain warm, which means taking it for a little ride. And I don't have my mounting hardware for my GoPro yet. That comes tomorrow, so unfortunately you guys won't get to join me for that. But after the ride, I use this stuff, the DuPont Chain Saver. I like it. It doesn't leave a lot of mess, leaves your chain looking good. You buy it right at your local Walmart. It's in the auto section. There's a couple Walmarts here in Amarillo, and I usually have to hop around 2-3 of them before I find it. So that's kind of a pain in the butt, but it works great. And I always go looking for the same stuff because it just seems to work good. Amarillo is really dusty. It helps so not as much dust and dirt sticks to my chain. You want to keep these chains good, so you keep the X-ring seal and all the grease in here, because you don't want your chain messed up. It'll snap on you and wrap around your leg, mess up your bike, slap you across the back. I mean, there's so many horror stories out there, and I prefer to learn from other people's mistakes. So I just knocked the pin right out of my bike stand. So there we go. I'll be back after I warm this up, and we will get it lubed up. I'll show you my method. I mean, there's really not much to spray it on there and spin the tire, you know, but I'll show you anyways because that's what this channel's about. What's up, y'all? I'm back. I got the chain all warmed up, got on the rear stand. So what I do is I give it one final wipe with a dry cloth just to get anything that might have flung off out of there. You know, I mean, no guarantee you clean it all. And then next, I use a folded piece of cardboard to prevent spray. I find my master link so I know when I went around one time. And then I just spray the chain and move the tire until I sprayed the whole thing. So, pretty simple process, and A little bit of chain maintenance will keep your chain good for a lot longer and keep you safe out there on the road. So yeah, just get it soaked down, you know, just like that. This can's almost out, so it's spraying a little weak, but I have another can. I went and bought it last night just in case. But you know, get my money's worth out of this. Bike parts are expensive enough without just throwing away stuff that ain't all the way used up. I spray it down pretty good. You want it to soak in there, coat those X-rings, all that's why you get it warm. At least that's what I've been told by people smarter than me. So yeah, just give it a copious amount. My bike's dirty right now anyway, so a little fling off ain't gonna hurt nothing. And there's our master leak again. So I just put this back in and give it a few spins to get it all worked in. And there you have it. That's my chain maintenance routine. So I appreciate y'all watching. Please like, share, subscribe. You know, it helps me a lot. I sure do appreciate it. Later on in the channel, I'll start doing merch, stickers, all that, and I'll do giveaways. You know, so thank y'all. I super appreciate it. And I'm out. I'm gonna go ride this bad boy now.
Twisting, throttle, and splitting lane. Trying to stay ahead of these lanes. Fuck this shit, I'm doing like a buck 20 on my back. I know I'm playing with my life, cause I'm pretty fucking high. Fuck it though, I'm afraid to die. All I do is live to ride. All I do is ride my bike. I guess it's fitted if it takes my life. Mount my bike, I don't play around. I guess that's funny cause I play around. Every fucking time I ride around my city, homie, I'm vibing right now. Cops playing foul, so I throttled out. There's never a doubt with a throttle pin. This car's trying to treat me like a bitch. Ain't nothing to me, I just throttle it. This that bike life-ish, bitch. You ain't living, you would've get it through thick and thin, and I don't regret it. Swear to the gods, this is like a fetish. Never really know where